Hey everybody, and welcome to Unbelievable Power Hours Let's Play Hearthstone. My name is Aaron Wiesinger, and today we're going to be going through a basic practice game in Hearthstone. Okay, first thing you're going to see after the main title screen is today's quests. Now we can see here we've got three. Most of the time they're based on victories with certain characters. So you can see here if you win with a priest or warlock twice over here, then you get 40 gold. Win with a paladin or warrior, 60 gold for winning 5 games. And then if you destroy 40 minion cards, then you get 40 gold. Okay, so let's just click, and here we go. Okay, this is the main screen that you're going to see when you click past the quests. Okay, over here we've got the shop, so let's go into that. I'm just going to go over this real briefly. When you get gold in the game, when you get up to 100, you have the option to then buy one pack with 100 gold. Okay, or you can see the options here of paying real money for getting packs. At the bottom you can see I only have 60 gold, so getting a pack is not an option at this point. Alright, let's click out of that. Over here we have our quest log, so let's click that, and we can see how many wins I have, my arena wins, all my heroes that I've unlocked, what their levels are, and at the bottom what today's quests are. Okay, so let's click out of that. If you have any packs that you have yet to open, here's where they'd be. My collection, I'll go into this after we play the practice game. So let's go right into it. Let's skip past these. This is if you want to play against a human opponent. This again is a human opponent, but you will be going into the arena, which I will not go into today. We talked a little bit about it in episode 7's podcast though. Okay, so click practice. Take just a minute to load. There we go. Okay, here are the custom decks that I have made. But we're going to go over to the basic decks that you will see when you first start playing. The one I've been playing with most recently is the Druid. So I'm going to select him to play as. And you'll see the little character portrait. Click choose. Okay, now, since this is practice mode, we will select who we want to fight. Now you can either do normal or expert difficulty. We're going to leave it on normal, and I will choose, let's say, a warrior. Okay, hit play and let her load up for a minute here. Takes just a few minutes. Got some goofy messages in there. Here we go.
Malfurion versus Garrosh.
Victory or death!
I must protect the wild.
Okay, so first thing here. Now, I have all the time that I need to explain this stuff because it's just against the computer opponent. So let me briefly go over the cards. It's pretty simple. Up in the left corner here, all the cards will basically look in this same layout, the same format. In the upper left corner, you'll have the mana cost to play the card. You need this much mana, or this many mana crystals, I should say, before you can play this card. Okay, this is a minion card. Minions usually pretty much always have attack and health. Okay, on the left you have 6 attack and 7 health. So once he gets down to 0, he dies. Okay, same thing for all these guys. This one costs 4 mana crystals to play and has 2 attack and 7 health. Okay, now if we look all the way over on the left, we have this one, the Elven Archer. Okay, right here we see it says Battle Cry, deal 1 damage. Now, all of the text in these boxes, these ones are empty, so they don't have any special ability, but this one says deal 1 damage. Okay, and if you hover over and leave it sit there for a second, you can see it says Battle Cry does something when you play it from your hand. So as soon as you play it, it does that. This one in particular does 1 damage. Okay, so now we have the option to keep or replace cards that we are initially dealt. I'm going to get rid of this one because it's a high mana cost, and I don't want that really early on. And the others look okay. So I'll hit confirm. It'll replace that card. And there we go. Now I'm still feeling a little sick, so I apologize if I have to cough or if my voice is kind of weird today. Alright, so I am going first. And you start out with 1 mana crystal on your first turn. Okay, first turn, 1 mana crystal. Second turn, 2 mana crystals. Third, 3 mana crystals, and so on. Okay, so you can see all these cards have different costs. Okay, this one's 2. This one doesn't cost anything. This one's 3. So the longer you play, the more powerful cards you're able to lay down. Okay, some other things on the game board here. Right here is your hero power. This, for the druid, it's different for every character class. For the druid, it's shapeshift, which is you get 1 attack power for only this turn, and then you build up 1 armor. Okay, the armor protects against attacks from either minion cards or the other opponent if they're able to attack. Okay, the other opponent being this guy up here, the warrior. Alright, so let's just start playing. Now I have 1 mana crystal, so I have 1 card that costs a mana crystal. So, click it, click again, and now I can deal 1 damage, just like that. Goes from 30 to 29, because that's what her card text says. The battle cry text says to deal 1 damage. Okay, one other cool thing that I like is over here on the left, you can see a list or a stack of the most recent events in the game. So you can kind of review what's happened just by hovering over that card. Okay, there's nothing else I want to do right now, so I'll click this end turn button. Okay, now that is something that is fairly unique to the warrior. Some characters have the ability to equip weapons like this. Okay, so it costs them 2 mana crystals to cast Fiery War Axe, which is a weapon that the hero themselves can equip. That has 3 attack on the left here, and 2 what is called durability. Sort of like the weapon's health. You can only attack twice with this. So the first time it goes down to 1, and then the second time you attack with it, it does the damage, but then it gets destroyed. Okay? Alright, so it's back to my turn. I will play... Let's do my hero's shapeshift ability. And attack with both her. Okay, it's just click and click. And
For the
him.
wilds.
And there we go. And because that only lasts for 1 turn, that attack power will go away once I hit and turn.
What you want?
Okay, see now I had that 1 armor, but it protected me from a little bit of the damage that he dealt. Alright, let's take a look at one of the cards he played over here, Taunt. These are really important to have in your hand, or in your deck, I should say. This forces, you can see over on the right hand side when you hover over, what I really like about this game is it hovering over stuff, you know, you're not left guessing what these things do. You can, if you don't remember at a certain point, you can always hover over and see what it does. Taunt forces either the character, if I'm able to attack that turn, or minions to attack it. So I can't attack
I'll give it a
this
shot.
guy or this guy. I have to attack him at this point. Okay, it forces you to attack that character or that minion. Okay, I don't want to do that at this point. I will play. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna play the coin. So this costs 0 and gives me 1 extra mana crystal. Now suddenly I can play these cards that cost 4. Okay, only this turn. Let's do this guy. Can soak up some damage. He's got quite a bit of health. And so I'm out of mana. So you can say 0 of 3. So I'm all out. And I don't want to attack because that will kill her. Alright, so that's it. End turn.
Charge forward!
Okay, and because none of my guys have taunt, they can choose to just skip right over my minions. These are minion cards, and attack me directly. Okay, we can see that I'm down to 21 and he's at 27 health. Alright, now I am up to a natural 4 mana crystals. And let's see. Okay, now I just got a card with taunt. This guy's pretty sweet, pretty cheap for a decent card. So I'm going to play that so he cannot attack me. Well, until he gets rid of that guy. He can't attack with direct attacks from these guys. So next I'm going to play Claw and give my hero 2 attack and 2 armor. And then the armor will negate this guy's attack. So it won't do anything to my health.
For the wild.
And it will kill him.
No.
Now we don't have this, the taunt card, in the way. Okay, so let's take a look at this one. She has charge, which is whenever you summon a... and her card text says, whenever you summon a minion with 3 or less attack, give it charge. Okay, so from now on, whenever, as long as she's in play, any minion that they play will get charge. Charge lets the minion attack as soon as it's played. Normally, like this gorilla, it looks like it's sleeping. If you're familiar with magic at all, it's sort of like summoning sickness. So it can't attack until the next turn, unless the card has charge. So charge is really good. And I really don't want him to have that card for very long, so what I think I'm going to do is sacrifice her. And he's got plenty of health to spare. And there we go. End turn. Ooh, that guy's awesome. Every time he gets damaged, he gets 3 attack. And he's got a pretty good amount of health to burn through, so he can get his attack up pretty high pretty quickly. Okay, now I've got 5 mana. Let's play another guy at this point. Okay, so I am not going to attack him until I know I can kill him because his attack gets up too high, too fast. So I'm just going to skip over and attack directly since he has no taunt phase. Alright, there we go. End turn. Okay, the end turn will automatically light up green if there's nothing else you can do. Or stay yellow if there's still technically things you can play. Okay, so he used his hero power that turn. For the warrior, it is to gain 2 armor. So that will stop 2 damage from coming through. Alright, now I'm up to 6. So let's play this guy. He's pretty good at tanking damage.
The gates are open.
So he's got 6 attack and 5 life. And he also has taunt. So that means these guys have to attack him first. Yeah, I think I'm going to skip. Yeah, let's skip over him first. Because if he attacks him,
Job's done.
Actually, they'll both die, so. Which I'm okay with sacrificing. Minions when needed. There you go. Okay, so damaged enemy minion gets destroyed.
Don't mess with Tusker.
Okay, a lot of these cards, like this one, the battle cry is to summon a mechanical dragonling. This one is to summon a boar. Just depends, whatever happens, or whatever it says in the battle cry text, that's what happens. Alright, so the druid has a nice little card here, which can restore some of my health, which is going away quite quickly, but I'm actually not doing too bad at this point. I think I might... I think I'm going to play this to restore 8 health. Now back up to 27. Nice. And get another beast out there. Some minions. Okay, and... attack.
Tazdingo! Yes!
+2 attack and charge, so now he can immediately attack. And it's kind of rough. Okay, so what I think I'll do is first play this to give my hero 2 armor and 2 attack for this turn. I'm going to wait on this and then play the hero ability, give him an extra armor and attack. And I'll play this to get an empty mana crystal. Now that will make me be able to play more powerful cards a little later on, or a little earlier than I would normally. So now I got to worry about taking out this guy with taunt. Well, let's just do it. Wait. 3. Okay, so let's do this.
For the wild.
This. And this. Okay, and that's pretty good. Fiery War Axe once again. Armory up. That's still pretty close though. Like we've said, like these games can turn around. I know I'm not doing super great right now, but you never know. They can turn around very quickly, and that's what I'm hoping will happen. See, now I'm suddenly up to 10, and I should only be at 9 still. Alright, so why I saved this card, I'm going to play Corehound first. He's got tons of attack, decent health, and then I'm going to give him 2/2 plus taunt. So not only will he now have 11 and 7 health, but everyone else has to attack him. So they're going to get slaughtered. Alright, first things first, let's get rid of some of these heavier damage dealers. Like this lady.
Well done.
Alright, he's gonna die pretty soon, but that's okay. And end turn. Yikes. See, now he's suddenly down to 7 health. So that was pretty awesome having. Okay, still pretty neck and neck though. No idea what's gonna happen. Alright, so I'm just gonna play this. Deal 1 damage. I'm gonna do the damage to him directly. Okay, give my attack and armor. play the Crocolisk and
For the wild.
destroy that guy. There we go. One thing that's different if you're used to playing Magic, I mean, obviously, like, it's all just from the same type of mana pool. It's not like you have to have different types of mana like in Magic with forest or mountains or stuff like that. Gain 2 mana crystals this turn only. That doesn't do anything, basically. Except I think I can draw a card if I am over 10. So let's try that. It doesn't cost me anything. I might as well see what happens. Nope, nothing. Okay. Boy. Alright, let's play this. And attack.
I'll give it a shot.
Attack.
For the
And
wild.
attack. Alright, this is a pretty tight game. Still not totally sure that I'm going to win this. It's getting down.
Don't mess with Tusker.
Okay, a couple more. See, that's what not cool. Charge is not fun. Okay, perfect. This guy will soak up
The
some
gates are
damage. And I will use Shapeshift. And she's only at 1 health, so I'm just
I'll
gonna do
give
that.
it a shot.
It's worth it.
For the wilds.
And it's not. It's just gonna knock his armor down a bit. All right, let's just kill that. Ugh. That's a really terrible thing about that. Is he can build up armor real quick with 2 armor per turn. Okay, so I've got plenty of mana. Let's just do that. Play that. And let's see. I can.
Farewell.
Get him down to 2.
For the wilds.
And at 1. 1 left. What's gonna happen? Killed each other. 2 armor. Murloc. Alright, I want to finish this off. This is not going to do anything. Shapeshift. I'm going to get rid of this guy because he's big and scary. I don't like it. There he goes. And attack. Get rid of some of that armor. He's just going to keep building that up every turn, so it's going to be difficult to get rid of that 1 health that's left. Really irritating. Okay, now I have the same guy. Let's play him and build up my attack and armor. Alright, well, you know, I'm just not going to do anything. See? Oh, man. I think I'm going to lose. He's got too much armor. Yeah. There it is. That's the end of the game. Even though I got him down to 1 health. There it is. Okay, so that is a basic game. And defeated. Too bad. Okay, it's alright. You still earn experience, even when you lose. I think you might get a little bit more when you win. And then if we hover over our little experience bar here, we can see that our next card that we'll get is Golden Healing Touch. But we have to wait till level 15, which is 4 away. Alright, so we click to continue, and there we go. Okay, so that is a game of Hearthstone. There's really fun. You know, you can kind of see that there's a really good balance to it, back and forth, And even though it looked like I was getting super close to killing him at the end, he built up so much armor I couldn't do anything, and he ended up winning. So then we're dumped back out to our what do we call this? The deck screen, I guess, the practice screen where we can select our custom decks or the basic decks. I've got these 4 here. Now what I want to do is go back, and I just want to show you real quick the deck building just briefly. Okay, so here you can see all the cards. If I have this tab for Druid selected, then I'll see all cards that are specifically for the Druid. Okay, if you go too far, then it goes over to the Hunter, which is next. Okay, all these numbers in red mean that there are that many new cards for that character to potentially use in your deck. So let's take a look at my Druid deck. So I click that, and now we can see 30 of 30 cards down at the bottom. So I have gone through and selected all of these cards to play in my deck. This guy's awesome. The little crystal there underneath Cenarius, I think that means epic. And purple is rare. Again, you get these cards, the nicer cards, from getting packs. And then if you hover over your character portrait, you can see a stat breakdown of what mana cost cards you have in your deck. Again, I don't want to go into this too much. The video would take forever to sort of explain a lot of this stuff. Hearthstone does a really good job of walking you through the basic tutorials and making it fun, and at the same time you really get to learn the mechanics of the game and how to build a deck, stuff like that. Anyway, I just wanted to go in and show you what it looks like when you want to make a deck. Actually, let's just pretend. I'm going to click New Deck. First thing you got to do is select. Let's just do Warrior because I don't have a Warrior deck. Choose, and immediately you see 0 of 30. So now I need to go through and pick all 30 of my cards. Again, I have one new card here, which is this one. And then we can right-click on it to get a bigger view. Now, here's what Dan and I were talking about, breaking down cards to make potentially better cards. But it destroys this card to gain, it looks like we can see here, plus 20 Arcane Dust. But yeah, I don't want to do that right now. So then, let's just see. So if I click, let's just say Fiery War Axe. It adds it over here, 1 of 30. If I want this, okay, 2 of 30. And then I can start to see the breakdown of what cards I'm putting into the deck. Alright, I'm not going to do this for real right now. So I'll just hit done. I didn't even know that was an option. So you can apparently have it do it automatically for you. Yeah, I'm not actually going to use that deck. So back. Okay. So that is, the basics of Hearthstone. I really hope that you guys give it a chance. Even if you've never played a game like this before, try it. It's a lot of fun. It's a short game. You can get through even when you're playing with a person, you can still get through it, maybe 10-15 minutes a game. And then when you play against people, or especially when you get into the arena, you have the chance to get packs and get potentially really sweet cards that you can use in your own decks. So that is it, I believe, for Unbelievable Power Hours Let's Play Hearthstone. Okay? I hope you enjoyed it, and please head on over to uphshow.com. Check out our episodes, illustrations, all that stuff. Follow us on Twitter at uphshow. And, yeah, looking forward to hearing from you guys. All right? Take care.